Slater pricing overview. Basic idea is Slater makes money when builders make money, and what that starts to look like, we'll get into the details here, but we want to make it affordable for builders to work with Slater and then provide incentive and mechanisms to pass the project off to clients. So basically just kind of having a way, kind of like a referral program here. And what we're going to talk about today is really, it's like on the builder side of the equation, but I'm thinking like, when you pass something off, basically a client can sign up for $100 for the year, something along those lines, and then we can talk about kind of a credit system. We also want to look at how to empower people globally. So, currencies work at different ways. We'll figure that out. Worst case, if we have to go and just have like kind of a coupon code or some sort of like whatever, then we'll get that going. And also like this is for the first 100 people. So we're going to learn a lot with pricing over the first 100 people and see like, all right, how do we start, how does like the revenue compare to the costs? And are there any things that we need to really consider? I think the big impact there will be mostly around office hours and, anything that's more on like a consulting side of things. Dividing it up into two main groups. Going to try to keep it really simple. So this idea of a playground and an idea of a workspace. Playground's free, and you can publish to staging, webflow.io. This idea of 10 projects, so just enough where you can get in, start to be able to play around with some stuff, and then have 10 pages per project. A project is just defined as a collection of JavaScript elements, and then within this, you can have an individual space, global library, and then 100 AI messages per month. We'll figure out, like maybe we bump that up, but just trying to have some type of cap on the AI messages. And then when we get into the workspace, this is really where there's a paid plan, and we have, where you can publish to production. So the sort of difference between staging and production. There might have to be a little bit of education around there, but the great thing there is that, you can be working in something, and you don't have to have it going all the way out and live to the main.com or kind of main URL. 100 projects, which is kind of an arbitrary limitation. We can look at like, are there add-ons that happen there? But we really want for people to, be able to pass these over to clients. And then, and these are projects that can publish to production. We could look at like maybe unlimited projects that can publish to webflow.io, so that if you just have like a lot of like, your code library or things along those lines, so from a technology perspective, that's something that we have to work out. And then 100 pages per project, so a lot of, and a page is really, it's a code snippet, and that we're kind of linking over to Webflow. Team space, which is really the, big advantage here, where you can have multiple people working in a given workspace. Currently, we're not limiting that. Personal library, so that if you wanted to have those elements that are kind of defined, that are yours as opposed to global. And we also might differentiate between like global library, personal library, and team library. And I'm not sure where we are from a feature standpoint. And unlimited AI messages of 3.5. We'll have to figure out what it means for 4.0 and above, but 3.5 we can totally have as unlimited. And then when we start to get into enterprise, which we're not going to cover often today, we can look at like, are there different models, or how to think about data residency and things like that. The second part of this is this idea of add-ons. So, and wait, there is more. So office hours, which is being able to work with someone once a week. Maybe it's like a couple times a week, but we'll do $100 per month per person. So this is to be able to have, real life help, people kind of sitting with you and, in a fixed time going through and addressing like what people might be working on. The second thing that we're kind of experimenting with, and I don't know if like we'll roll this out, but this idea of functions, and that might be $1,000 per month. And this is individual on-demand JavaScript help. The thing we'll have to be careful on is to just make sure that like this will be done on kind of a as-needed basis. We were looking at a project yesterday, and I don't even know if that project would work because it's a constrained time frame and kind of a complicated set of Java, like a set of functions. So this would be based on a shared pool of resources. So, you can come and go in, get help, but like this is additional help. This is on demand. You don't have to wait for office hours, but trying to think about like how to have, I don't know, almost like the Uber for JavaScript help. We can get that figured out. The thing that I'm excited about is this idea of build with us. And so as projects get passed on to other people, we have a referral program as well as a promotion program. So, if you're one referral, you pass this on to one client, you get 1 month free. I would think it'd be something like maybe 10 clients and you get a year free. And then one article equals 2 months free. So at this point, we want to prioritize kind of people that are getting the word out and helping to promote this. This could also be one video, something that is kind of educating people about Slater and kind of helping to push, everything forward.